Hi, guys. Self-censorship is one of the worst tragedies of our time. And I think it's a behavior that really has its claws in our current culture, where people are so isolated, they're glued to their screens, they stay in their apartments, their caves, they kind of rot away like goblins, like cave trolls every day. And we've lost the ability to actually look people in the eye and actually express our most authentic selves when we're just doing even the most mundane things out in public. And I really think that this is a very slow burn, like cancer, that is growing rather quickly in our current culture. And I'm just going to talk about my experience with conquering that lately, why it's important, and why you need to conquer it too. So, here we go. Basically, the other day I was taking a walk in the park here in Austin where I live, and I don't know what it was, man, but I actually wasn't going for a walk. I ran. Excuse me, I ran. I went for a run, and I took a dip in this pool. It's like this spring fed pool in Austin called Barton Springs. I got in, it was the morning, the sun was out, it was a perfect morning sunrise. The sun is out, it's bright, it's like only 80 degrees in Texas during the summertime, which is, in Texas, if you know what it's like, that's a freaking miracle, okay? And the water was crisp, it was cool. People were out there, they were swimming, they were laughing, people were enjoying themselves. It was relatively quiet, there wasn't that many people there. It was just, life was good, man. It was good. I was feeling it that morning, and I was just like taking stock, and just I was so freaking grateful for the pool itself, and just being alive, being young, witnessing the sun, just feeling good, man. I'm not gonna, beat that like a dead horse. You get it. But I got out of the pool, and I was walking towards my car. Once I walked towards the parking lot about a mile away, and there's this walkway that goes over the river, and it has a very good view of the sun. And as I was walking, I decided just randomly, like this kind of spark just hit me, where I was just like, you know what? I want to take in this sunshine one more time. I think this is a beautiful morning. I just want to look at the sun. I just want to take in, I just want to feel the warmth on my skin. So I look at the sun, I put my hands on the rails just so quickly, I didn't even like think about it. I was just following my own flow, my energy, whatever. And I just looked at the sun, I closed my eyes, and it was just like, just taking in some deep breaths, dude. And it just felt amazing. And after I finished, I just stood there with my eyes closed for like a minute straight. And then I started walking, and there was this weird part of me while I was doing that thought to myself, I was like, dude, you're being weird. What are you doing just stopping, just like staring at the sun? Dude, you're just like, what are you doing? You have your eyes closed in public? Like, people are going to think you're like fucking weird, dude. Stop doing that. Like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? And I was in such a flow state. I was able to kind of just like put that to the side and keep doing what I was doing. But after I was done, I was walking and I was reflecting on how fucked up that is, man. And that is just one example of that voice that we all have that just tells us to just not do the simplest things in life, to censor ourselves. Think about it for a second, right? Literally all I was doing was looking at the sun, staying motionless and still, and closing my eyes, and just taking in the sun's natural rays. That's it. I wasn't talking to anybody. I wasn't looking at anybody. I didn't want anything from anybody. I wasn't in anybody's way. I was just off to the side, looking at the sun. Yet that voice popped up on my shoulder saying like, dude, people are going to think you're like some weird, like meditatey kind of like freak. Like, just like they're going to stare at you, dude. Like, what are you doing? Literally doing nothing wrong. Literally just enjoying the sunshine. Yet that voice popped up. Isn't that crazy? I think it's crazy. And I think that it's so critical at this point in time, when basically looking ahead into the near future, social skills are going to continue, unfortunately. And I'm not trying to be a black pillar here, but they are unfortunately just going to continue to take a collective nosedive in the public, in the first world, in Western Civ. They are going to for a while. People are going to continue to self-isolate, atomize, become addicted to virtual reality, social media, all that stuff. And people are going to basically become collectively like kind of autistic in how they socialize with people, or rather like they don't. You know what I'm saying? And so I think we're at a critical juncture where it's just like, guys, we need to silence these demonic voices perched on the side of our shoulder here, telling us that we're foolish, that we look like an idiot, that we're idiotic for just doing the simplest of things. Monitor that voice, listen to it, and actually in the moment, stop what you're doing and ask yourself, does this make sense? What am I actually doing right now that's wrong? And if you're not doing anything wrong, freaking do it, man. It's all lies, dude. It's all lies. And I really do believe, and this is for another video, I'm not gonna get into it right here. I really am starting to believe, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this, so comment below, that all of us to a certain degree have like a certain amount of demon in us, like demons, like an index, like a like a demon count, like a white blood cell, count or red blood cell count, whatever, a demon count. I think all of us have like a demon count, some higher, some lower, where it's like we are more or less susceptible to this voice that's not really ours telling us that's like stuff that's like illogical and keeps us in like a fear state. I really do. And I think mine's unfortunately pretty high. But the thing that darkness and demons hate the most is light, having light shined upon them, being illuminated, being naked before everything that's good. So when you shift your internal awareness towards these demons, they hate that the most. They don't like being questioned. They don't like being cross-examined. No, they don't. Okay? So by simply going like a lawyer, excuse me, can you repeat that? What did you mean by that? And just question it. You'll find that they start to shrink away, these demons. I really do believe this. And that's what I experienced the other day. And it's been a game changer for me. Really pause, reflect, question, and then proceed. If you can do that, I think the world is yours. And I'm going to keep keeping this in mind. I'm going to continue to keep this in mind as I go forward, as I try to like branch myself out socially and, be more sociable with people out in public. I am keeping this in mind and realizing that the voice in my head is not necessarily always my own. It might be my own, but like corrupted in the moment. And all I have to do is flip that switch, turn on the light, start questioning it, and go, wait a minute. Does this have my best interest at heart? Is this really me? Am I hurting anybody? Is just doing the most innocuous thing for my own enjoyment that doesn't actually hurt anybody? Actually hurting anybody? No? Well, fuck you. So that's it, guys. That's what I wanted to talk about in this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really, really hope this helps you in some kind of a way. I hope you listen to it in 1.5x speed at least, maybe, or while you're driving home from work or whatever. But please comment down below if you've experienced something like this. If you agree or disagree with what I've said, I really do want to like start a conversation here. So yeah, guys, thank you again for watching. My name is Reese. I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and bye-bye.